What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rogue. I hope I don't get copyrighted for that. So, today's episode of Going to Locals, aka Full Day Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm still playing my Riser deck. You guys already know, been watching my vlogs. Kind of took a break from vlogging, just been feeling burnt out. Check out my Yu-Gi-Oh! Burnout video right now. It's doing pretty well, if you guys are watching this video right now. And I changed my Riser deck, so it's just a little bit. I did some testing off camera, obviously, at Locals the other day with my boy Eric against Mitsurugi Riser. And bruh, Star Riser made it so you really don't need any extra extenders in the Riser deck. I do know there were some European players out in Europe that did pretty well with the Spirit Engine, and my dumb self could not find my Ari Tamas. My Saki Tama. Because I thought I threw it in my deck building binder. However, with that being said, I couldn't find it, so it must be in my bulk pile somewhere. So we're just running pure Riser, no extenders, straight gas with hand traps, and it's a box tournament for Lion Sensei. So win, lose, or draw, we're gonna have a good time. I have been struggling online against Maliss. That deck is annoying. I can see why people are saying it's very unfair because when they get to play, you're pretty much cooked. But a few things I'm noticing about this format against Maliss there is Droll is not a bad card against that deck because it draws a lot, especially if they're on a build that's running like Allures, Chessie Cat, and then all that extra stuff. They all search and stuff and draw. So Droll hurts the new version of Maliss a lot. And also as well, Lancia, they can play under Lancia really well. So if you Lancia them, depending on their hand, they can still play. So with all that being said, man, I'm gonna catch you guys out the round one. I got like 8 minutes to tournament start. So yeah, y'all stay tuned. Also, I'm testing out Dragon's Bind in my deck as well. That new Dragon trap card that can pretty much, it's an Omni Negate for 2,500 attack or defense monsters. All the Rizel, like Dual Drive and Detonator, both have either 2,500 attack or defense. So it's really golden in Rizel. But yeah. Ooh, excuse me, man. Bourbon. Anyway, y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, coming to round one of the tournament, I ended up playing with my boy Kramer and his Heraldry Riser deck. I didn't even know he was on this deck. I thought he was still on his Mimighoul deck. You guys might remember him from my YCS Houston vlog and my deck profile I did for him afterwards for making day two. So I actually won the dice roll. Started off with Perulia. He just passed. And I guess his hand was pretty bad, so he passed back to me, and I passed back to him, and then he passed back again, and I top deck ice, and then we got the ball rolling. However, with that being said, I just still couldn't pop off because he had hand traps for days. He had Drows, he had Ash Blossoms, and we both started off a handful of hand traps. That's one thing I'm noticing about this format. Like, even my testing online, I'm breaking a lot on hand traps, which is really freaking annoying to say the least. I feel like last format, even with the same ratios with the Shark Engine, I wasn't breaking as much, but for whatever reason, I don't know if it's Obelisk, Slifer, or Ra is making me brick a lot, but I've been bricking a lot with my deck list. Maybe I've just been getting lucky. I don't know. Maybe I just need to change my sleeves up. So as you guys can see right here, he came back, did his Heraldry combos. He didn't loot me, but he did span the field with the abusing of Baguska. And I kind of realized how annoying Baguska is for the pure Riser matchup, because usually when I'm playing against other Riser decks, it's usually Mitsurugi, or even pure, but they don't even go for Baguska a lot, or just even like what's the freaking deck called? The Engraver. Can't think of the name right now. I just woke up. And anyway, long story short, I usually don't run into Baguska, but with Baguska, it's pretty good. So I ended up losing game one. Game two, I drew really good. I opened up Dragon's Mind, sat back row, made Star Liege, Detonator. I had the Rizel Trap as well to pop stuff. And he pretty much couldn't break through my board. Like, the Plasma Hole is really insane. I got to pop 2 off of that, and he couldn't target, so it was GG no re well played. Now, coming into game 3, it's really interesting. So I am going to Perulia him. But the man just said, F it, because we had like 10 minutes left on the clock. And he's just going to play through his deck and go through his combos and hand loot me for like freaking 4 or 5 cards. And I'm like, bro, this is annoying. Now, I was debating on drolling him, and I think this is where I messed up. I didn't know what this deck did. And hindsight is 2020. After I drew my 1 for Perulia, I probably should have just drolled him, so that way he won't get to his advantage. Because like I said, once again, I didn't know what this deck did, and I was hoping to draw into Nibiru, so I did add Nibiru back to my main deck, just try it out for the format. And like I said, he just hand looped me for a bunch of cards, put me on 4 cards, despite me drawing a bunch of 4 cards, and I did Fuwalos him, but he Ash Blossom Fuwalos. And I'm going to end up losing because of that. I don't know. Maybe I should have just drove him and called it a day. But like I said, hindsight is 2020. It's my first time playing against this deck. GG no re well played. All right, guys. Round 1 is the right loss against Heraldry Riser. Bro, that deck is so freaking annoying. It's funny, my boy Eric was like, man, that deck is gay because that's the deck he's playing. And so I'm like, no, I ain't to play against his version. I play against his Miss Ruger. But anyway, game one, we both brick. I Perulia'd him because I opened up Perulia, Ash, and Perm, Droll. I think my game one hand was good go second hand, but terrible go first hand. So I Perulia'd him, he passed. I drew for turn, cross the designator, say designator pass. He goes top deck into 7 Tachyon. I negate it across the designator. I top deck into a monster to freaking detonator. He drolls me. I kind of regret not. So when I did when I top deck ice, I should have when it ice to go sword. I should have added the Star Riser just in case he had drolls. So I'm kind of still getting used to the Star Riser. Only, but I added I ended up adding freaking EX10. I got hit with a droll. So moving forward, when I play when I'm on the top deck game, I'm just gonna go normal summon ice into sword and grabbing the freaking star, because just in case they have a droll, I can at least end on a field spell. But anyway, I ended up losing game one because we both bricked, but once his combo started going with the heraldic stuff, it was kind of nasty. Then in game two, I went first. He didn't draw any hand traps. I popped off, opened up Dragon's Mind, opened up the Judgment. He wasn't playing Yu-Gi-Oh at all, but he didn't even get to see the Judgment in Dragon Mind. He just detonator with Star Leech was enough. In game three, I thought I was good. I'm like, okay, open up Perulia and Fuwalos. I'm like, I'm good. Nope. He started hand looping stuff, and I was drawing, and literally he hand looped me for like 5, but I drew so many cards that didn't matter. But his end board was just cracked. It was like Baguska. It was a bunch of stuff. I needed like evenly match for that, and I'm not siding evenly, so I just lost. So anyway, it's probably gonna be like 3 or 4 more rounds. I'm just gonna try my best. First turn on the format is kind of hard, so I'm gonna catch you guys on the next clip. All right, guys, coming into round 2 of the tournament. Ended up picking my boy Abel in his Maliss deck. And I ain't gonna lie, this is gonna be a good game because I knew he was looking for the Ignister stuff, and he actually had to pretty much give up round 1 because he was still cracking his case open to pull his Ignister stuff. So, long story short, I Ash Blossom him. He started doing Malice combos. I'm like, yep, let's go to game 2. I'm not winning that. So coming into game 2, like, I decided in Dragon's Mind and obviously the Artifact Sanctum and things like that. I did open up this Dragon's Mind, which is very good, and I'm like, man, I freaking love Dragon's Mind, bro. And I'm loving Star Riser too. The Star Riser giving me access to Plasma Hold damn near every game, and then alongside Dragon's Mind, it's like GG no really well played. Really good card. Game 3, I made a huge misplay. I'm gonna double Lancy him, and I probably should have won. The misplay was I bonfired for ice instead of EXT, not realizing that with the hand I had, I couldn't play through a setup. And also, literally, too, I forgot Node effect. I got Node and Sword confused. I always do that a lot. I'm going to explain more in the next clip, but I left locals tilted, not going to lie. But I told my buddy, man, I ain't mad at you, I'm just mad at myself. GG never well played. All right, guys, back at home. As you guys can see, I got cooked in today's locals. Man, oh, man. So, first things first, the rumors were true. Maliss is freaking annoying. Prior to this term, I did do a little play testing online. Like I said at the start of the video, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I said it though. And I beat 1 Maliss, actually 2 Maliss guys I with Droll, but the other ones I just couldn't keep up. The format's strange. Like, I don't know if I should keep Drolling against that matchup or not, because Droll can kind of cook them depending on their hand. But at the same time, also depending on their hand, they can play through Droll and just do regular Maliss combos without the Ignister stuff. But that's problem number 1. I misplayed my game 3. So I'm going to tell you what happened in the last round, right? Game 1, he goes full Malice combos. I think I had, Ash Blossom? Yeah, so he goes Allure. I'm like, I can Allure this Ash Blossom? Hold on. If I can Ash Blossom this Allure, and depending on what he has, he might just be stuck. Like, if he has, like, Rabbit or something. Or if he goes, like, with Malice, like, if you Ash, this is not enough. You need Fuwalos going against them game 1 and hoping for the best. So long story short, I go Ash on Allure. I'm like, maybe he just, I don't know, maybe he just ain't got nothing. He was like, okay. And then pretty much Chessie Cat full combo. I'm like, yeah, let's go to game 2. Scoop it up. Game 2, I pop off Wombo combo, open up Dragon's Mind. Bro, that card is so good. I did not realize it negates monster effects. I'm like, holy hell. He goes Feather Dust. I'm like, Dragon's Mind. And the best part about it is I could pay $2,500 and bring it back and reset it. Card's insane. So I win game 2. Because after I negated the Feather Duster, I just started popping. It was game 2. That was like whatever. Game 3. My opening hand was Lancia, Meows, Bonfire, and Star Riser. I'm like, this is a really good hand. I go Lancea during draw phase. He goes Call by the Grave. I chain Lancea again. And then that was pretty much about it. He just passed. He set 2 pass. Now I draw for turn, drew into Node. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. And I had went for Bonfire. Now, why did my dumbass grab Ice instead of Exit? I had no idea. And the reason why I call myself a dumbass for doing that, which is why I'm so tilted. And I told my opponent, bro, I'm a little tilted. It's all good. It's my boy though. He's cool. He knew I was not mad at him. I was tilted. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, cause I'm like, grab Ice. From Ice, he imperm. I'm like, especially my node. He was like, you can't do that. I'm like, oh yeah, cause I don't know. So let me get my thoughts together. Cause as you guys already know, I get tongue tied a lot. I don't know what that's about. I get super tongue tied a lot. My brain be going 1,000 miles a minute, or I just can't articulate myself properly. But that's just an issue I'm trying to work out. So if you guys wonder why I get tongue tied a lot, that's why. I don't know. Trying to figure it out. So long story short, my dumb ass forgot that Node needs an XYZ special summon. Long as I've been playing this deck, been playing this since the deck came out. This is no excuse. No excuse. But this happens to me so much, whether if it's online, at tournaments, locals a lot. I think it even happened once at the YCS, but my hand was so gassed it didn't matter. So long story short, I got impermed, realized I couldn't special summon Node, had the freaking Star Rise on hand, and I'm just like thinking to myself, if I would have just grabbed EXT, even if he drilled me after the bonfire, I still could play under Droll anyway. Duh. Because all I had to do, let's say if I would, you always go bonfire to grab ice. And that's a habit I built up just to grab ice. I used to grab EXT all the time. A lot of times you go, because if you go bonfire, grab EXT, they droll you, you can't play. You go bonfire, grab ice, they droll you, you can still play a little bit. So I've developed a habit of going bonfire, grab ice. But my gut was like, dude, just grab EXT. I didn't think my move through at all. But back to myself calling my dumb. My reason why I call myself a dumbass. I call myself a dumbass because all I had to do was grab the EXT based on my hand. If let's say if he did have Droll, special summon EXT, dump the XYZ monster, would have been book the one girl, and special summon Node, make play. Now if he imperm dual drive whatever he imperm dual drive, bring out the freaking star, set the field spell. And then I would have been good because his hand. He told me, I'm like, I told him after the game, I asked him after the game, I let him play a little bit. I'm like, I'm gonna lose. I'm like, all right, well, poke for 17 pass, like nothing I can do. And obviously he started popping off because he had like Malice Underground and boop 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 boop. Right. So it was just like I was like, out of curiosity, what was your hand? He was like, honestly, man, my hand was terrible. He was like, honestly, that misplay pretty much. He didn't say these exact words, but he pretty much was like, yeah, his hand was terrible. If I would have played it right, I probably would have had it. Because his other face now was MTO7. Like his two sets was MTO7 and Imperm. So long story short, if I would have played it properly, I would have ended on like full combo. Because he probably would have Impermed the EXT out of the special node, full combo, GG no real, well played. But that didn't happen, and I got cooked. Respectfully though. Once again, it's my boy. He played his deck properly, and I ain't even mad about losing. I'm just mad that I misplay. I get so freaking tilted when I misplay, y'all. It's ridiculous. But I did learn something though. I learned in this format, bro. You cannot misplay at all. You can't misplay it, especially against Maliss, bro. And then my round one, it's my boy Kramer. Once again, that deck's annoying. Hand loop for freak, bro. I mean, you got to do it with the or. Everybody was always saying I should have studied the format a little bit more, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie, this is like so when Alliance Insight came out, right? I didn't. I actually know. What am I trying to say? When Alliance Insight came out, I actually play tested a lot for Alliance Insight because I was going to YCS Houston and things like that. So I kind of knew what all the decks did. But coming into this format, I didn't play test at all because I'm not doing anything until nationals. I'm going into a regionals 2 months from now. So all I had that was kind of big to me was this box tournament that I didn't even know we were having. And I know we're gonna probably have a case tournament soon for the Alliance Insight. My locals always do a case tournament, usually like a week or two after the box tournament. So I'm just prepping myself for the case tournament at this point. But what's the point I'm trying to make? I didn't test as much for Alliance type format at all. I tested for the previous format. I think it was whatever the last format was called. I forgot the name of the set, and I didn't realize how annoying these decks are in this format. This is national season format. And it's just like, man, you got goofy decks like Heraldry Rizel, which is like, is brick? Can I ask my boy Kermit? I'm like, bro, don't that deck brick? He was like, it can brick. I'm like, that's fair. I'm like, every deck can brick technically, but like, and he ain't said it in a way like it can brick. He was like, yeah, it can brick because that deck like it has to play a lot of spells and stuff, and then you're playing Star Rise on. Because that's the reason why I kind of changed my build to like pure for my Rizel deck from the Sharks to the to pure because Star is an extra extender that the deck needed. So it kind of made it a little redundant to do all the Shark stuff. The Shark stuff was just extra bodies for no freaking reason. And plus, it freed up my extra deck so I could add the Infernal Banshee and things so I didn't get the ball rolling. But as far as the heraldry stuff, like it's when it pops off, bro, you're cooked. Even under Perulia, got hand loop for at least 3 or 4 cards. And his inboard was Baguska. You guys saw his Baguska field spell, detonator. Ain't no beating that. And he had the real icing on the cake, and he had the dimensional barrier just to throw the icing on the cake. So I'm like, I'm cooked. I'm like, ain't no beating that, dog. I just need, like I said, I need like evenly matched or some shit like that. But I don't know how popular that's gonna be. Probably won't be that popular, but it's kind of scary. And then obviously we already knew Maliss was gonna be I knew Maliss was gonna be goofy, but man, I ain't know it was gonna be this goofy. It's like I'm like, this is more toxic than Rizel. Why is this shit legal in the OCG, but Rizel got neutered in the OCG? That's crazy. March Hare, bro. Whoever idea was to make March Hare a card with smoking crack. That card is insane. Anyway, enough about the format so far. Long story short, I just need not to misplay. My old Naruto team used to call me the Player Error King for a reason. Cause I always punt games. This is a habit I have. Like I get into modes where it's like, okay, I got this, and I be like, I either overthink a play and I mess up, or I don't play enough for a said tournament I'm going to. Like this one, I took a break. I took a week off. But like forgetting nodes effect, because I get node. Is it just me? Like, am I the only rival player who confused node and sword effect? I always do that. But anyway, nevertheless, man, just got to not misplay. Got 2 packs to open up my entry packs and go from there. But yeah, Malice was in the room heavily today, and yeah, pulled a sequence, and that's the best deck in the format, probably for sure. But pure Rise, it's pure Rise can beat it. I want to say between Malice and Rizel right now, it's 50-50. Oh, lost the battle, but won a mother effing award. That's what we talking about, baby. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell, there we go, boy. Look at that. Look at that. Look, I pulled the ulti. Hell yeah. At least I made my money back. Whoop, whoop. But yeah, so yeah, as far as the format so far, in my testing online, ooh, this clip is 10 minutes. Oh my God. What a long ass outro. Rizel and Malice is 50-50. Whoever goes first and can pop off with their combos, guaranteed to win. And then everything else is in between. Like, I don't think my deck is bad, personally. I got hand looped. That's like one of them decks, like, if you get hand looped and they start, even though like hand looping didn't really hurt me that much, he played through everything. He played. I had Nib. I did main deck Nib again just to try it out. I don't know how I like Nib personally. Like Nib is so to me Nib is ass, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Too many decks can play through Nib, but I gave it another shot, and I'm probably gonna cut it again. But he played through Nib. I didn't draw Valors, and my deck was like, yeah, we give you Fool though. We'll give you Perulia. Perulia was in my hand. Perulia and Fool was glued to my hand the entire day. Even though I only had 2 rounds, and they were good. But nevertheless, man, yeah, this is my first tournament of Alliance Insight format experience, man. This is hilarious. But I pulled an ulti, so can't complain. Anyway, man, felt good to vlog. I was gonna do some more rounds around the shop, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I was so tilted after losing in the last round. Once again, nothing against my boys, whatever. I don't care about losing. That shit happens. I don't like losing in general, but I really don't like losing to myself. That pisses me off more than anything. When I misplay, dog, oh my God, I be wanting to fight myself. I be like, bro, you're an idiot. Anyway, though, my shop did a lot of construction, and they opened it up so the space it looks nicer. And so next time I go to the shop, which should be Tuesday, I'm gonna show you guys an entire tour of my card shop to show you guys how it looks. But yeah, I'm busy this weekend. My son's birthday. Happy birthday to my son. He turns 13. God, man, I feel old, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I feel effing old. Taking the boy to get some Wagyu today. I dropped this gift out earlier. I got him for you guys that are wondering, you guys probably don't care. You guys can click the video off. But if you guys that do care, got my son another gaming monitor for his PC that I bought him last year for Christmas. And then so yeah, got him a PC monitor, and I got so now he has a dual monitor set up. And then now I'm taking him to get some Wagyu tomorrow, so that's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Wagyu. I haven't had Wagyu since my birthday, so it's gonna be really good. My pig out tomorrow. It's gonna be a fun weekend. But anyway, I'm about to smoke a joint because I'm still still low key. You guys be getting this video Sunday, so I'll probably be kicking on my kid. And yeah, man, I just had to get that off my chest about the format. And yeah, man, bro, oh my God, you guys know how annoying it is when you misplay and you have game. It's like the little things, the little things. And for me specifically, the reason why I beat myself, I don't. Now, I gotta just preface this. A lot of people be thinking, "Oh man, Chris, it's not that serious. It's just a card game. It's okay. It's okay." So I gotta preface this. I be upset when losing. No one likes to lose, but I don't be upset to the point where I'm really gonna be depressed all night. I'm just like a what's the word I'm looking for? I'm a funny upset. Like I'm like fudge, but at the same time it's kind of like ain't that big of a deal. Like I understand it's not that big of a deal, but at the same time it's kind of like yeah, I hate losing myself. Ain't shit I can do about that, but I just hate losing myself. So anyway, I just gotta get it off my chest. Don't say, oh man, it's all right, man. It ain't the end of the world. No shit. I know it ain't the end of the world. I just like to vent my frustration because I do care about doing well, and I think that's really what it's about. Honestly, just doing well, trying to be consistent. And when you're naturally competitive, you're gonna be in the motion and in the mood. And sometimes when you lose, you're gonna get upset, especially when you make mistakes. Like it's like losing and getting cooked by like just my opponent's combo, like my boy Kramer's hand loop deck that ended on a nutty board. Ain't nothing I can do about that. I just laugh that off and go to the next round. Then losing against Maliss, like if they pop off, hey, ain't nothing I can do. Go to the next round. But as far as when I lose to myself, that's when I really get mad. But it's mainly at myself though. So I'm not depressed for real for you guys. I know sometimes every once in a while I get a comment saying, "Hey Chris, ain't that big of a deal, man. You're good, man. You'll get the next one." I get that. I know I'll get the next one, y'all. I just want to rant, complain, because when you get it all out of your system, you feel better. And now I feel good. It's your boy Rogue Hero, allowing you guys to be my therapy. Thank you for you guys that are listening this far in the video, and I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in the next video.